Kathleen, Sophie, now that we're done fighting over the top 50 list from 2022, let's look ahead towards next year and think about who we might be able to include specifically in the top 10. So I want you guys to think of young players that might break into that top part of the list. Kathleen, anybody on your mind?
Yeah, I'm going to tip Lauren Hemp, who came second in our ESPN 21 players under 21 or on 21 to watch. I just think what she's able to do is absolutely incredible. You watch her with the ball and the composure she has for a young player, her ability to dribble at defenses, her confidence just at taking on anyone. You know, she's the sort of player that when she has the ball at her feet, you know she's going to do something really exciting. The first time I ever saw her live, which I know is slightly ridiculous, was last week when I went to see England and Belgium in one of the Euros warm-ups. And it was just even more impressive seeing her in person than it was watching her on a TV screen. Her positional awareness, she's the sort of player where not only is she great at teeing others up, she's also great at taking her own shots. And I just think she's one to watch. I think especially coming into a season or into a Euros tournament where it's being hosted in England, this is a really great opportunity for her to make her mark anymore. I mean, she's swept up every single Young Player Award going most seasons. It's her name on them. So I think in ways that's maybe why we don't look at her as much as an older, more experienced player, but she should be up there for the main Player of the Year awards that are going. And she is just developing such great partnerships both at England and City, and I'm excited to see what she does next.
Sophie, I'm asking you to predict the future. Not just do that, but predict the future with young players. So who do you got on your list who you think stock might rise by this time next year?
I was going to say Lauren Hemp. So I think it's safe to say that she's a good bet for the top 10. Yeah, I can't really add anything more than Kathleen did. But let's say Ashley Sanchez, and I know we love attackers, but she had a good sort of rookie season with the Spirit, and this season, despite like all the scheduling issues for the Spirit, she has just she's just looked very good with the ball. Like, she's a very, very fun player to watch. I think someone I know once said that she tries things. They don't always come off, but she tries things. And there's just something about the way that she kind of plays around and manipulates the ball. And yeah, she's a spicy player, I guess you could say. But I think that she's got the consistency there. She's building it up this season. That if she can sort of transfer that as well with the US Women's National Team, have a few more eyes on her, then possibly top 10.
Sophie, talking about Ashley Sanchez. I'm in Washington as we speak currently, so you're playing to your crowd here. Ashley Sanchez is amazing, and it's very interesting to see her go from club to national team, because no matter what recently, Vlatko Andonovski has found a way, and we don't maybe really know her position yet at international level, but he's found a way to get her on the field, and she always seems to be productive. I had a list of American young players that I thought, were potential to break into the top 10. It's interesting you went with Ashley Sanchez. She wasn't on my at least top 3 as I look at it. I got Sophie Smith, Mallory Pugh, and Trinity Rodman. Kathleen, help us between those 4. Who do you see breaking into the top 10? Or maybe you see multiple players from that list breaking in potentially to the top 10 next year.
I think it's fair to say probably multiple if those players are given the opportunities that, something we've talked about quite a bit during this chat is the fact that we don't entirely know at a national level what some of these players' positioning is. We're still finding out where they're best based. You look at the rookie season that Rodman had and everything that she's done since, she has to be the sort of player that would be up there. I agree totally with Sophie with Ashley Sanchez. She was one of the other players I had besides Lauren Hemp that I would have said is going to be up there. I think it's a really interesting period for all those players because in some ways, it's not that it's out of their control because they're all doing the right things, but they are a little bit dependent on getting the right opportunities from their coaches to show off that they are the players that they are. But yeah, if they can be utilized in the right way, I think any single one of them would deserve a spot next year.
Absolutely. Exciting stuff to look forward to as we think about the 2023 ESPN FC Top 50 rankings.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN Plus.